my name is Hae-sun Kim, advisor of Gangnam Labor Law Firm. Today with Labor Attorney Jung Bong-soo, we will cover the Article 31 of the Labor Union Act, which is the drawing up of collective agreement. So could you explain the terminology of this Article 31?
Yeah, sure. Hello, how are you today? This is Bong-soo Jung, Korean labor attorney. Drawing up of collective agreement. This means the collective agreement should be made in writing and signed by both parties. So this is a legal requirement. Why it should be made in writing, also should be signed. The reason is employer and like a union, they negotiate about their workers' working condition, and they decide and they get to some agreement on certain conditions. In that case, the evidence should be shown clearly. So in that case, the written contract is very important. That's why such a content should be made in writing, and both parties, employee, labor union, must sign on this agreement. Then it becomes a collective agreement. Then this regulation is most influential for application of their working conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, but in general, the agreement has to be in written form. But the reason why it emphasized that it has to be in writing means that before, maybe this collective agreement was made verbally without a written format. Do you agree? Or?
Yeah, I think labor law provide all kind of written employment contract or written collective agreement or written rules of employment. So the reason why it should be made in writing is that there are potentially some confusion to understand what they agreed. So to clarify or make sure of its applications, so both parties must conform, must admit what they agreed. So that is why the employer and employee required to conclude the collective agreement with their own signature. Also, they must conclude it directly. Yeah. So this is kind of should be made in writing. Also should be signed by both parties. Yeah.
So based on this Article 31, I understand that the Gangnam Labor Law Firm has been advising a number of employers in preparing the collective agreement.
Yeah.
So do you remember any case that you wish to introduce?
Yes, recently I have represented some shipbuilding welding company. So they produce basic material for welding industry, and they provide their product to the major clients. So this company has a labor dispute. So there are two labor disputes. One is they need to cut down the production line. So that means that there are two working groups, like in daytime, in the evening. So because of low demand for their product, they had to reduce the number of workers. So at that time, I used the voluntary retirement plan. So I suggest to their workers, and the target workers accepted this proposal because the company decided to provide a very decent retirement package, like paying minimum 6 months, maybe minimum 10 months and more. So it was a very impressive suggestion. So almost 20 workers applied for this early retirement instead they received some compensation. Yeah.
So according to the size of the workplace, and the size of the company, this arriving into the conclusion and signing the agreement, maybe it will take some time. Normally, what kind of period is needed for the labor union and the employer to come to the conclusion to sign the agreement?
So employee or labor union members, they are protected by the collective agreement because collective agreement has preferred application to compare to the other regulation, employment contract or rules of employment. So that's the reason why this collective agreement is so important. So this document must be made in writing and should be signed by the two representatives like employer and workers group leaders like labor union.
Yeah, so in order to improve the working condition or negotiate the wages and in your view, what kind of period is needed to come to the conclusion between the labor union and the employer?
So it depends on how much differences they have regarding the current the content in the collective agreement. So when I represented this the company, just I showed you, it took almost 9 months to complete it. But normally, if there are no major conflict, then 1 or 2 months is enough for conclusion of their the new collective agreement process. But so minimum is 2 months. Maximum it can be 11 months or more than 10 million won.
I see. So I hope that many employers and the labor union consult with the labor specialist if they need help on the collective agreement.
Yeah, I was confused. I say the last word it was wrong. Okay, anyway, through sincere consultation, like with the labor union and employer, they may get a good result. But at the same time, this is the channel for a labor union to improve their working conditions. So I think both parties should get into some agreement. That is the way they protect their job security. Also, at the same time, improve their working conditions.
I see. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, bye bye.